Go talk to Dad. Come on. You can't pretend with me. I know you want to. You kept us up all last night thinking about it. What are you? Chicken?
I know you are, but what am I?
That was weak even when you were 5. I actually feel bad for you right now. Dia got to you yesterday, so stop sulking about it and go talk to Dad already. You could use cooking as an excuse to have a conversation, just like you do with Mom.
Morning, parentals.
Good morning.
So, what are you two up to today?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. What is going on?
Aruni was upset that we were discussing her wedding with you the other day. She felt as though it was private, especially since you haven't spoken yet.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to take a moment to process that.
This offense can only be repaid in blood. We want her head on a spike.
I must say, I dislike being put in the middle like this.
She just needs a little time, Potidua. She'll come around.
Can I at least know my future brother-in-law's name, please? Because he's going to be my family too, right?
I suppose that's fair. Aruni's fiance's name is Ahmed Ziad. His family is from Palestine and he moved to Timber Hills for his master's.
Thanks, guys, for those crumbs of information.
Oh, you girls will be the death of me. I can never do anything right for you. These are just tantrums, and neither of you are school children anymore. You do well to remember that.
Ouch. That was a second-degree scolding.
Authority? That brings me back. If you ever find yourself late at night and drunk with a group of friends you've just met, and you need something that hits the spot, Authority every time.
You had a lot of wild nights in your youth, Daddy.
Oh, I could tell you some stories. But that was a long time ago. I can barely remember anything at all. Why don't we just start the recipe? Have you washed your hands, Jala Banana? Fine, let's get started. Chop some onion, cabbage, leeks, and jalapenos.
I'm on it.
You've redefined the meaning of impressive with this.
I bet I can guess what you got up to on your wild nights.
They were really quite tame, Potidua. Really.
You and your friends joined a traveling theater troupe for months of wild partying in strange towns. Behind you, a string of heartbroken lovers who never knew your name.
No, I'm a romantic at heart. Always have been.
Okay, then my next guess for your mysterious nighttime activities is arson.
Speaking of, light the stove. Medium high, please.
Oh my god, it's arson!
Have you considered becoming a chef, Chalu? I've thrown the onions, ginger, and garlic in the pot with just a little oil, and we'll saute until they're just getting aromatic.
Come on. I'm sure Dad would tell you more sordid details if you just pushed a little.
Daddy, I thought we were close enough that we could tell each other anything.
That's a dirty guilt trip, Jala.
I learned from the best.
What an active imagination you have, Jalu. Oh, look, it's time to add our vegetables.
You are the most patient person I know, Apache.
It's not hard to be patient when you have such a brilliant student.
Is that a new watch, Daddy?
Oh, thank you for noticing, Jalu. This one has 3 dials, including a barometer. I knew you could do it. Ah, here we are. Time to add the leftover chicken curry.
How old are these leftovers? It's only you and Ma here.
Minnie never adjusted to cooking for 2. Luckily, Chandra hates to cook and needs a lot of protein. It's a symbiotic relationship and one which keeps our leftovers constantly rotating.
You sound very happy, Apache.
I'm living the dream, Jalu. I'm living the dream. Nice effort, kiddo. When I was in college, my buddies and I worked at this mini market. The manager was terrible. He withheld pay for random offenses, things he said we'd broken or were missing. We found out later he was stealing and blaming it on us, actually.
Wow, what a complete...
Piece of work, yes.
That's a bunch of malarkey. Absolute dingbat behavior.
What is this, Fargo? Are you Mormon? Call him a little bitch.
That's not very nice to say, although I appreciate your righteous anger on my behalf. Rukmini can be the same way if I'm driving and someone cuts us off in traffic.
You're going off topic.
Sorry. Pour these whisked eggs into the pot to cook and I'll continue the tale. I'm seeing consistent improvement, sweetie. So we're out drinking after a shift and we're all complaining, telling anyone who would listen about this manager. Suddenly, everyone in the bar is buying us rounds, lamenting their worst bosses. We decided, in our bluster, that it was time to finally get back at him. And so, we ask around, we find out what neighborhood he lives in.
And?
How about we slice the roti into thin strips? It's the last ingredient, and they add the most delightful little crunch. Oh, don't give me that look, Jalu. A good story needs suspense.
Your mustache is looking absolutely full and luminous, Daddy.
I've been using your Amma's coconut oil trick. She wishes I would shave it, though.
I noticed the TV's reception has been super smooth lately. Were you tinkering with it?
Ah, it's newer. I broke our old TV while trying to wire in the dish myself.
Your cologne smells really nice, Daddy.
Are you getting distracted, Podidua? witch, Jala? Because that was magic.
Her exes would say so.
But where was I? We had found his neighborhood, and then, finally, his house. We decided we needed energy to do what needed to be done. So, we went to get some chicken kotoroti.
And confess your crimes, father.
Crime? There were no crimes, my silly bean. We spent the rest of the night eating, and I woke up with the worst hangover of my life.
What?
The next day at work, we found out the manager's car did get set on fire. No idea who was behind it, though. The end.
There is absolutely no way it wasn't you, or at least your friends, while you did look out.
This mild-mannered Desi dad bit was no more than a guise. Who knows what he's capable of?
I promise, I was investigated up and down. There's no proof I was ever even there. Come now, Jala, let's enjoy the efforts of our labor.
Wow, Dad. I thought I knew you, and it turns out you're a criminal mastermind.
Did you think you got your rebelliousness from your Amma alone? No, you wouldn't be so lucky. Both sides, I'm afraid. That was difficult, but you handled it well.
What do you think? As good as you remember it?
This is some wonderful home-cooked comfort food, Jala. Great job.
Curry, chicken, and eggs. I can see why it's good drinking food.
While I don't want to condone too much drinking, the fried roti really absorbs the alcohol.
Was it you who left another college brochure in my room? Or was it Dad?
I'm in the middle of making dal makhani, Jala. Maybe we should have this conversation later?
I really think we need to talk, Amma.
Looks like you're quite determined.
Ha! You're not getting out of this conversation that easily, Amma.
I'll go wash my hands.
Very good. Am I going to regret giving you a knife while you're in this mood?
That depends on if you're going to avoid the subject at hand.
We're making dal, Jala. That's the only subject you should be focusing on.
Denied.
Just chop the tomatoes, Jala. Tick-tock. You won't completely embarrass me in front of Patti.
I blew off college. There, I said it. I blew off college and all the plans we made together and left town with Jennifer.
Don't say that woman's name in this house.
This is about me, Ma. My choices, my decision.
Oh, and she had nothing to do with your decisions, did she? At 21, you think you're all grown up, but you're still a baby. At that age, someone who is 10 years older has a lifetime's more experience.
Says the woman who has a 6-year age gap with her husband.
I am not saying that to her.
Absolutely do not. We want to live to see tomorrow.
Even if you didn't trust us, you should have trusted Aruni.
I was in love. Or I thought I was in love.
You were in love with how forbidden it all was. The secrecy was half the fun.
I'll just puree the tomatoes, shall I?
Stop daydreaming in my kitchen.
I know you have something to say, Ma. You might as well say it.
You really want me to? Fine. It's not too late to admit you made a mistake. You can still go to college.
I know that it's important to you, but not everyone needs to go to college.
I know that. But I'm talking about you, Jala. How much of this was that girl's idea? It's easy for someone like her to say. People like us need an education to get ahead in this country. Oh, God. You've got me so worked up I've forgotten what we were doing. Light the stove. Add butter and ginger garlic paste once the pan's hot. Quickly now. Sorry, was I supposed to praise your average performance? Fry the Kashmiri mirch and then pour in the tomato puree before it burns. The timing's everything.
That sentence wasn't loaded with significance at all.
If you understand my meaning, you understand I have nothing else to say.
How long do you think that'll last?
What did I just say about timing? Before it burns, Jala, or we'll have to start again. Better than last time we cooked together? What if you wake up in 10 years and feel like you've missed out? Not just on your education, but the whole college experience.
I never wanted to go to college, Mom. It's what you wanted. You wanted it so much that I just went along with it. I couldn't figure out how to tell you, so I just ran away.
I'm scared for you, Jala. Our education, our knowledge, that's how we survived in this country.
I'll figure it out. You have to trust me. Trust what you taught me.
An answer for everything, this one. Time to stir the pot, Jala.
I think you've already done that, Mom.
Ay, Jala! You get your unfortunate sense of humor from your father's side of the family. It was fine. How much validation do you need? Now we just add the reduced puree to the dal, and then your job is done.
But
The dal isn't done, but I can finish it up. You go do something fun, Jala. Get out of the house, maybe? Take your mind off everything.
yeah, okay. Thanks, Ma.
Your Auntie Chandra would be thrilled. Then again, I saw her burn rice twice.
What do you think?
Acceptable, if you have low standards.
So it's actually good?
No, it's acceptable. And I'm rounding up.
Not that I'm not delighted my little firecracker wants to cook egg hoppers with me all of a sudden. But why do I sense that you're hungry for something else this morning?
How do you do that?
I've been a parent for 28 years and married to your mother for even longer. You think I haven't picked up a few tricks?
Have we been underestimating Dad this whole time?
I just got goosebumps.
Or he's just pretending to be oblivious. Terrifying thought.
You know what to do first. That's acceptable. The first step is to proof the yeast and mix up the ingredients in a bowl.
Come on, Jala, ask him. It's eating you up inside.
Dad, did you ever wish I was straight?
What are you really asking, Podidua?
Did you already know?
Let's just say it didn't completely come as a surprise. Your Auntie Chandra may have given us a hint, prepared some groundwork.
Thank God for Auntie C, huh?
I won't lie, Jala. I had some complicated feelings. Fear, worry, protectiveness. Only because this world is cruel to anyone who is different. But those are all my feelings for me to deal with. All you need to know is your mother and I love you. We accept you. We will love who you love. Gender is irrelevant, as long as they're good to you. Nice effort, kiddo. I seem to recall it was less of a formal coming out and more that we caught you making out with Tyler in your bedroom.
Absolute cringe.
You stood up, crossed your arms, and announced, "I'm in love with Tyler, and I don't care what you think."
All I remember is Mom sitting us both down the next day and telling us about safe sex and emotional safety in relationships.
You were 15. You know, I find all that kind of thing very embarrassing. Thank God for your mom. Nerves of steel, that woman. Oh, time to blend. Can't let it sit for too long. Your technique is absolutely mesmerizing. Where's the handheld camcorder? I should be recording this.
Me liking girls didn't feel like a big deal. I felt safe, you know? You and Mom were so supportive of Tyler when she transitioned, and you obviously accepted Auntie C.
Actually, I didn't immediately. Chandra and I didn't talk for a few years after she told the family she was a lesbian.
You never told me that.
It's a painful memory. I'm ashamed of it. I'm just so grateful Chandra forgave me, gave us both another chance at a relationship.
But you two adore each other. That must have been so awful.
I was ignorant and cowardly. I should have stood up for her to our parents. I cared too much about what society would think. It's one of my greatest regrets in life. I missed out on so much. That's why I was determined I'd never make the same mistakes with you. Hey, not too shabby, Jalu. What made you bring all this up today, Jalawala?
I saw Dia yesterday. You know her parents kicked her out, right? They don't even acknowledge her.
Do you feel sorry for her or admire her?
I can't even imagine you two doing that to me.
And it should be unimaginable. Dia's parents will regret it in the end if they have any sense. They're the ones losing out. Oh, they really make me so angry. Light the stove, Jala. We'll feel better once we eat some egg hoppers, huh? That's pretty good. Here's the secret of egg hoppers. Are you ready?
I've been preparing for this moment my entire life, Dad.
The specialized pan is integral, but more than that is the cooking technique. It all rests on this, and I'm leaving it entirely in your hands.
I'm ready. I'm gonna make the best egg hopper you've ever had.
If it's blessed by your hands, I don't doubt it, Bodhidua. Add some batter to the pan and swirl it around the edges to get the distinct shape of the hopper. Once the batter just sets, crack an egg into the center of the hopper and cover the pan. The most important thing is this. Do not lift the lid before the egg is ready.
But how will I know that it's done?
You'll just know. Trust yourself. Nicely done.
So, how is it?
You've got the magic touch, Jala. These egg hoppers are yummy.
Indeed.
Oh my god, you actually came! I mean, cool of you to show up. I haven't been dreaming about this or anything.
I'm glad you asked me. I love dancing.
Me too! It's one of the signs.
The what?
Nothing. We're just here to have a little fun. No pressure, okay? Just try and match my moves. This isn't a competition, okay?
Is that what you say to the kids you teach? Do they listen to you?
Almost never. Make sure you watch me very closely, Joe.
Oh, trust me. I will.
Am I distracting you?
If I say yes, will you stop?
Absolutely not. I've spent months perfecting my hip gyrations.
The motion is mesmerizing.
You want to keep these moves light? Or are you ready to go heavyweight?
I don't do half-stepping. Let's go full throttle.
Your wish is my command. That was incredible! We were totally in tune with each other. It's like the rest of the world vanished, leaving nothing but the rhythm and our perfectly synchronized bodies.
Is that what they mean when they talk about natural chemistry?
That's why we need to listen to our bodies. They express what the heart longs for, and words can't describe.
Words can easily describe what Sergio wants.
Over here.
Give a girl a little warning before you pop out of a manhole.
That's exactly what I did.
Written warning, ideally a week in advance.
Forget it. So, what do you want? What?
What do you want? Such an open-ended question. You'll find out in time. Or you won't.
Clever of you to use the sewers to get around without being seen.
It is, isn't it?
Must be hell to get the smell out of that fake fur, though.
I'm here to give you a gift today, Jala.
My mother warned me to beware of bears bearing gifts.
Smart woman, but I think you'll like this particular gift. The spirit of Barefoot extends far beyond the park. Under the ground, through the air, my claws reach everywhere in Timber Hills. Even here, to what they think is the built-up, concreted overheart of the town. But you and I know better, don't we? All these people, they can't see. But now you will. I'm giving you a gift, Jala. Don't waste it.
Indeed. Indeed.
I'm ready to go.
I know you ran away just to avoid being scolded. You really made me worry. How could you? Mrs. Prayer's parakeet had a long life ahead of her.
Meow.
Sharik, don't give me that innocent face.
Meow. Meow.
I know exactly what happened to those missing hamsters last month, too.
Meow, meow, meow.
They did not have it coming.
That cat has clearly killed before. And he will kill again.
He just has resting murder face. Sharik's a sweetheart. Unless you're a hamster.
Did I mention I'm really not a cat person?
Were you trying to find Sharik? Wow, that's really nice of you, Jala.
Haven't you heard? I'm in the running for sainthood these days. Canonize me now.
We don't do that in Islam.
Look, you love making excuses for other people's shitty behavior. I love being let off the hook. It's worked so well in the past. Why mess with a system that's functioning?
Way to bring the sincerity in your journey to being a better person, Jala.
That's not... I don't really...
Oh, no way. I'm not going to let you get your claws in Irfan again. You want his forgiveness? You'll have to get through me first. Oh, that's so much better.
The cat talks? I deserve hazard pay for this.
You thought you'd just have to say a few kind words to Irfan and he'd roll over and show you his belly? Well, too bad. I'm a much more formidable opponent.
I've never met a cat who was a guard dog before. Cute.
I'm not cute. I'm a terrifying spectre. I'm going to haunt your dreams.
Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Maybe I'll even rub your belly later.
Oh, that would be so... No! If anything, I'll be rubbing your belly with my fangs. He's better off without you in his life. And deep down, you know that.
Oh, Sergio!
The way your relationship began was twisted. Even you can't deny that.
Ooh, the cat's not wrong. This one's juicy, even by Jala's putrid standards. Jala and Irfan were assigned together to do a group project about Jane Eyre in 9th grade. Irfan's dad got seriously sick, and he confided in Jala, started to cry on her shoulder, and she kissed him. Oh, did I mention she was still dating Tyler at the time? Messy.
Kissing Irfan back then was not my proudest moment.
Did you even know that it was my first kiss?
Oh.
Wow, Jala, first Sergio, now Irfan. This is a pattern. This is a fetish.
Hey, don't kink shame.
The first kiss stuff? Gross. Let's not lose focus. He started to cry, and your response was to kiss him? What's wrong with you?
We were 16. My brain was not the organ in charge back then.
I want to officially register my disgust. Ew.
There was an emotional charge between us. We just got carried away.
Yeah, that's emotion. It's called grief. But you skipped straight past empathy and landed on horniness. I can't believe I'm the one who's neutered when you're the one who can't control herself. You should have just stayed far, far away, Jala. I will make you rue the day you stepped foot back in Timber Hills.
This will make you feel all better. And hey, I'll give you a treat later tonight for being extra brave.
Half the aunties in town want Irfan to marry their daughters. The other half want him for themselves. What do you have to offer someone like Irfan? He's the kindest, most gentle man you'll ever meet.
Cat makes a compelling argument.
Hey!
yourself, Irfan!
You all riled up and injured reminds me of the first time we met, Sharuk.
Oh, beautiful memories.
You scratched me across the forehead and screamed for 72 hours straight. But I got your temperature eventually. Tiger, no! You can't leave me here alone! Jala, what have you become? How could you do that to him? He's just a little guy.
I'm sorry, Irfan. Just promise me you won't let her get in your head.
Sharuk, please! I can't do this without you.
You don't need that overgrown binky. You need to grow up and face me yourself.
Grow up? You're the one who hasn't changed at all. You took my first kiss, you took my dignity, and now you've murdered Sharuk. I'm not gonna let you get away with walking all over me anymore. That first kiss I was so ashamed of being a cheater, but I'd liked you for so long, and you were so convincing. You promised me you'd protect me if anyone ever found out. But we all know what happened then, don't we? You let me take all the blame. You were too busy trying to fix things with Tyler to even glance in my direction. The entire school hated me for getting in the middle of the meant-to-be Tyler and Jala romance. And to be honest, I hated myself too. You turned me into a cheater.
I think you're forgetting your free will in all of this.
Oh, really? Back then, I needed comfort. My dad was dying. I had to learn how to care for him. I had to look after my little sister, protect her. I was sleep-deprived, confused, miserable. The last thing I needed was to feel ashamed of myself on top of that. All of that I can forgive, I can accept, I can even understand. But my dad died later that year. Everyone from school came to the funeral, including Tyler, and she had every right to hate me. But you didn't come.
When you're going through something like that, what people say to you, it's all just noise, isn't it? Did you really want a shitty ex showing up?
It would have meant a lot to me, actually.
It wasn't because I didn't care. You should know that. I really messed up, huh? Understatement.
Ugh, I hate this. I hate feeling like this. I thought an apology was all I needed to get over you, but now that I have it, it's not enough. You're back!
And not a moment too soon. It's time she got what was coming to her.
No, wait. There's something I need to ask her first. Forget apologies, Jala. How about a truth from you instead? I've always wondered, did you even like me? Or was I just a way to run away from your real life?
I was as caught up in my feelings as you were.
Huh. It's nice to know that you were just as mixed up in it as me.
You were exactly the kind of person I was supposed to be with. Hardworking, handsome, brown, a man. It would have been so easy to explain to my parents. My family back home.
Thank you for telling me your truth, Jala. I think that's the first time you've been truly honest with me.
Okay, no, now she's got you thinking being hardworking and handsome is a bad thing. Wake up, Irfan. She's gotten into your head. I told you she was dangerous.
I don't know.
You're too soft, Irfan. She's going to walk over you again. That's why you need me, so I can do the things you're too weak to do. Time to end this, Jala.
Oof, ouch. Want a hand with that?
I don't think you're supposed to be helping me.
It wouldn't be the first time you put me in a supporting role.
Auntie!
You're actually worse at being treated than most of my patients.
You deliberately chose patients who can't talk back.
That's gonna leave a bruise. You should ice that later.
Or you could tell your beast to retract his claws.
Oh, damn you, you miserable hoppy.
Sharuk? Maybe we should hear her out?
You're taking her side over me after everything I've done for you?
We should get Irfan a less reactive pet. How do you think he feels about goldfish? A nice lizard, maybe?
Just take a deep breath, okay?
I'm confused. Aren't we fighting against each other?
Even the rules of war allow you to treat the wounded. Oh no, Sharuk!
Don't worry yourself with me, sweet prince. Ever since you first offered me a churro, our bond became unbreakable.
Let me help.
Are you even allowed to practice medicine on humans?
My sister calls you a demon from hell, so you're an exception. This isn't the hardest fight we found ourselves in.
Nope. That was when you accidentally stepped on Aisha's new Game Boy Color. Never have I witnessed a rage so biblical.
You're actually worse at being treated than most of my patients.
You deliberately chose patients who can't talk back.
Irfan, I require your aid, but only for a moment.
Was your inner voice always this melodramatic, Irfan?
I find his timbre very soothing.
Every one of my predator senses is tingling, Jala. The next time I pounce, expect bloodshed.
Shh! Sharuk, take it easy.
She just gets me so angry. Her own sister came to the funeral when she didn't.
She did?
Sharuk, that's enough. I can take care of myself from here.
No, you can't. You need me. You did all your sister's science fair projects for her. You taught her to drive. You still cry every time someone's parakeet dies. You sit up all night with sick hamsters. You even adopted me when no one else wanted me. You're a soft touch, kid.
Do you feel like we're intruding on a special moment?
I just have allergies, okay?
Just admit that they're sweet, you reptile.
I'm soft. I like being soft. But that doesn't mean I'm weak. I don't need you to protect me anymore. I have to let go. I have to let you rest. Your job is done, my friend. Wow. I shouted at you and actually expressed my feelings, and the world didn't end. I mean, you're okay, right? We're okay.
We're more than okay. I think we're better than we've ever been.
That's how I feel too. I finally learned how to say no to you. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be friends. I've always admired you, Jala.
You are so nice, it's infuriating sometimes. How can anyone resist that?
I mean, you did.
Not very successfully.
Okay, maybe not. So, friends?
Friends.
And, oh, one last thing.
For you? Name it.
Can you check in on Aisha for me? She's been running around the skate park and acting, let's just say, even more secretive and surly than the average teen.
Oh yeah, your little sister. I haven't seen her in years. Man, she was such a cute kid.
Well, she's definitely older now.
I'm great with teens. They're my people. I got this.
I've been looking forward to this day. Though not as much as my next cub leader, she has something of a personal grudge against you. I'd warm up a little before this particular battle if I were you. Which I'm not, thankfully.
Indeed.
Feeling eager? I think you're slowly learning to hear the call of barefoot again. It was faint for so long, but you can hear it now. can't you?
Save the culty stuff for the impressionable kids. I'm not here for the deep lore. I just want to skate.
Aisha resisted at first too. Has issues with trust, that one. But once she was convinced that the mayor's skate park redevelopment would only be the beginning, how the yuppies would follow like locusts with their condos. Well, she soon realized that only Soundy Dearest could protect her home. And if the only price was to stop spending time with her beloved brother, hard to swallow, but not enough to choke.
Siblings are overrated anyway. Only children might be weird, but they get everything.
Fear not, Jala. There's hope for you yet to see the light.
The only thing I'm afraid of is dying of boredom.
You're right. Enough talk. It's time for all of us to get what we want.
Jala Jayaratna. Finally, we meet. What does Soundy want with someone like you? I guess I just have to trust in the bear.
Jeez, kid. What's with the attitude?
I'm Aisha, Irfan's younger sister. You broke his heart in high school. Ring any bells?
You were so teensy back then. Look at you now.
Wow. Did you hit 25 and, fully turn into an auntie?
I think I need to lie down.
Stay away from my brother, Jala. And better yet, go back to whatever pit of hell you crawled back here from.
Oh, Sergio!
You left town and never even had the decency to look back at the disaster you left behind in your wake. I guess you did teach me one thing. You don't have to be the dominant gender to be an asshole.
I was a young, confused, hurt kid who hurt other people. I'm not proud of it, but I was just human.
Your happiness doesn't matter more than other people's does. Why should it come at the cost of others then? Whatever redemption story you've decided for yourself means nothing to me. The truth is, you haven't earned forgiveness. All you've earned is this ass-kicking.
Mom! Jala! Are you playing with those roller hooligans again?
Jala's mom! Run! Your actions have consequences, Jala. It's me. I'm the consequence. Are you scared, Jala? Because you should be.
Are skate punks even allowed to be this self-righteous?
Yeah, there's like a paladin energy here.
Don't underestimate me. It'll be the last mistake you ever make. I don't know what was worse, my dad dying or having to see my brother cry over you instead.
Oof, that's heavy.
You won, but this isn't over. I'm not gonna stop until I run you out of this town. I don't care if Irfan's forgiven you. I never will.
We haven't made enough progress. Are you even trying, Jala?
Have we forgotten that it's me doing you a favor here?
Don't act like you don't want to know what's going on with those kids.
That's not the point.
I think that's exactly the point. Aisha hates your guts, so I guess it's not surprising you couldn't get anything out of her.
That's suspiciously understanding of you.
I heard you had it out with Irfan.
That's why I came home, to have some conversations that were long overdue.
And did it help?
You know, I think I actually feel better.
He's too nice for you anyway.
What?
Nothing. Forget it. Keep going with Soundy's troop leaders. You're 4 down, only 1 to go.
You know, talking to Jala was very cathartic. I even made a breakthrough in my relationship with Shahrukh.
Who is Shahrukh?
That's his cat.
I'm even more confused now.
He's a dweeb with no friends.
Oh. Yeah, makes sense.
Don't get hostile because Irfan's actually facing his past, unlike you.
Yeah, Tyler. Change your mind about your participation yet?
No, and for the record, I hate all of you.
You don't really mean that.
I'm deadly serious.
Whew, you guys are all so dramatic. It's my turn next, and I'm not gonna spend my time crying about the past like the rest of you. I'll show Jala exactly what she's been missing, and that's a good time. Better say your goodbyes while you can, losers. I'm getting out of this damn town at the end of the month, and Jala's gonna be in the passenger seat right next to me.
It's your turn to pick, Tua, but there's a Twilight Zone marathon on right now.
Sure. Sure, Apache. That's fine.
Morning, Jala.
Good morning, family of mine. Are you talking about something top secret? Am I allowed to be here?
Don't be upset with us, Podidua. It's a complicated position to be in when your daughters aren't speaking.
Arvind, can't you recognize that look in her eyes? She's angling for something.
Damn, she's good. Saw right through the attempt to guilt Dad.
Fine, Jala. What do you want to know?
Are Ahmed and Aruni compatible? What's his star sign?
Ooh, someone gave him a Myers-Briggs test.
Obviously they are compatible, or we wouldn't have approved.
Yeah, that's why my romantic life went so smoothly.
You are an entirely different person, Jala. You do not take direction well.
Aruni's older. Your choices are less hot-blooded at that age.
You're deflecting the question. Both of you.
He is a wonderful match for Aruni. Ahmad has good manners, a good job as an engineer.
Okay, good.
He is an excellent cook too. Very sharp, very kind young man. I would say he's handsome, wouldn't you, Minnie?
His best quality is his dedication to his parents. He reminds me of Irfan now that I think about it.
Okay, I get it. He's perfect. Aruni knows how to pick him. I'm glad to hear it.
We could stand to hear how perfect she is less often, though.
So, you're making jalebis to placate not just Irfan, but Irfan's little sister who hates you.
How does she know these things?
You really think a plate of jalebis can earn you forgiveness?
I would overlook a murder for a good jalebi.
Not everyone is entirely emotionally motivated by their stomach, Jala. Besides, there's no guarantee your jalebis will be any good.
It's the thought that counts.
When it comes to cooking, I don't think so. Do I even need to say it? Hand washing, Jala?
You didn't actually need to say it, but don't let that stop you, Ma.
Adequate. Light the stove and heat up a pot so you can start on the sugar syrup. You won't completely embarrass me in front of Patti. Do you really have to make a big production out of simple tasks like lighting the stove?
A little flair adds spice to life, doesn't it, Ma?
My mistake for even asking. Pour the sugar and water into the warm pot. Even Patti would approve. What am I saying? Maybe I should lie down. Stir the sugar until it dissolves. Careful, it's hot. Like your temper.
Yeah. Ha ha. If only you could add some sugar and sweeten me up the same way, huh?
No, I'm glad you have a temper. It's good for a woman to be in touch with her anger in this world. God knows there's enough to be angry about.
Wow, Mom dropping some truths.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Yes, well, remember to keep stirring until the sugar dissolves completely. Good, but don't get overconfident. Next step is mixing saffron with warm milk. Once it's dissolved, add rose water.
I love this smell. It's comforting.
Your Pati sprays rose water on herself after a bath. Maybe that's why it's familiar?
I don't think that's exactly how I would describe Bati.
Yes, perhaps not. Her presence is more formidable than comforting, really.
Even when you were a child?
Especially then. Better than last time we cooked together. Now pour the milk mixture into the sugar syrup. Keep it on low heat so it stays warm. Otherwise, the jalebis won't soak it up as well. I knew you had my cooking genes.
Arani's barely spoken a word to me since I've been back, you know.
So I combined the dry ingredients for you because you always make a mess with the flour.
Do you think you'll ever let that go? I was like 5 years old. I sneezed and the flour went everywhere.
I wish I had taken a picture. You were such a charming child.
Well, now I'm a mostly competent adult. Can you at least acknowledge that, Ma?
I hear your concerns, Jala, and I'm taking them on board.
Oh no, Jala and I used to call this attitude, the headmistress will see you now. It may be even worse than irate Desi mom on a rampage.
Just stop premixing ingredients, okay? I can handle a little flour.
Okay, fine. The next part is all you. Mix water and dahi in a bowl, and then add the flour. Make sure the batter's thick and smooth. No lumps allowed in my kitchen. It was fine. How much validation do you need?
If these come out well, maybe I'll take some to Arani.
If you think that's a good idea.
Her sweet tooth is the crack in her emotional defenses that I will exploit to gain the upper hand.
And by gain the upper hand, you mean apologize profusely?
Yes! Exactly. That.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see how they come out first, shall we? Fill the piping bags with the batter you just mixed and pipe spirals into the hot oil. Once they're nice and golden, dip them in the warm sugar syrup and serve hot. That's good.
What's the verdict?
I'd serve these to guests.
Wow. Really? Thanks, Ma.
Maybe not to desi guests, but still not bad.
Oh, Jala, that smells delicious. I'm sure Sharak is very thankful.
I'll be expecting a handwritten thank you note in my mailbox. And don't write it for him. I know your handwriting, Irfan.
I'm telling you, beneath this grouchy face and the smoke-breathing tiger lurks the softest and tenderest of souls.
Sure, deep down maybe.
Very, very deep down.
He's a good boy, really.
Yeah, So, I was just minding my business skating, and she said she was better than me, a skate peasant, and that I was obsessed with my brother, who belonged to her, and then she attacked me for no reason.
That doesn't seem totally accurate.
She's been challenging all the skate punks, including you. The streets run red with the blood of babes. The blood of babes, Cece.
Ah, speak of the devil.
As we were saying, she's burned our crops and poisoned our drinking water.
Hi. Are they actually tattling on us?
Jala, have you been fighting these children?
Okay, Auntie, that's not at all a fair representation of the facts. I was trying to engage in a conversation with these wayward youths who are cult members, by the way.
Do your conversations usually involve fists?
Really, Jala? I don't know what you're thinking. Picking fights with these girls? You're far too old for this.
Well, it's too late for you now anyway. You've gone and done it. By defeating us, you've attracted the attention of the General, Soundy's first follower, the Mama Bear.
You know she'd kill you if she heard you call her that.
It's true. Salma's waiting for you, Jala, and she's gonna eat you alive.
If Soundy wants me, why doesn't he face me himself? You know, instead of hiding in sewer grates?
Wait, are you girls getting up to trouble in the sewers?
Yeah, making out by the light of a burning rat carcass, probably. Ha!
All right, enough bickering in my shop. Hand over your boards for repairs or shoo.
Yeah, Jala. How about you meet me outside for a sec?
Hey, Jala.
What?
You're being summoned.
What?
You're being summoned. God, are those headphones giving you tinnitus?
By who? Where?
Soundy summons you to the skate park, or whatever.
Why?
Something, Sama. I skimmed. I'm playing Snake.
Jala, you should get to the skate park and see what Salma needs. She's a good girl with a lot going on. I expect reports of your best behavior.
You expect too much.